BMW has speed. Audi has quattro. But Mercedes? Mercedes has...
While BMW focuses on driving dynamics and Audi on all-wheel grip, Mercedes builds for one thing above all.
The difference begins here. Where other factories inspect 1 in 10 cars, Mercedes robots inspect every single millimeter of every single vehicle.
Mercedes uses softer touch robots, machines that can feel pressure. They handle leather and wood like a craftsman, not a machine.
BMW builds for the driver. Audi builds for the road. Mercedes builds for eternity.
It begins with steel, but not just any steel. Mercedes uses hot-formed, ultra-high strength.
Each coil is scanned for microscopic impurities. If the steel fails, the entire shipment is rejected.
Every sheet receives a permanent QR code, traceable back to the steel mill, the furnace batch, even the mining location.
Mercedes uses 3 materials where others use 1. Steel for strength, aluminum for weight.
Mercedes standard for tensile strength is 20% higher than the industry average. If the metal is weak, it never touches a Mercedes chassis.
This automated storage tower holds enough metal for 3,000 cars. Every coil is tracked by AI that predicts usage 7 days in advance. The first cut. Unlike BMW's aggressive stamping or Audi's rapid pace, Mercedes takes an extra 2 seconds.
Watch the rhythm. BMW presses every 3 seconds. Audi every 4. Mercedes? Every 5-second stretch.
Mercedes stamps with oil, not dry friction. No sparks means no microfractures. The metal is pampered, not punished.
The body side. One continuous piece from A pillar to C pillar. BMW uses 2 pieces welded together. Mercedes...
Diamond tip trimming tools. Mercedes changes them twice as often as Audi, because dull tools create micro tears that lead to rust years later.
Every surface is scanned, front, back, edges, and hidden crevices. Mercedes robots capture 40% more data points than BMW's inspection system.
The welding cathedral, but quieter than Audi, cleaner than BMW. Mercedes uses acoustic insulation because welders who sound different may be faulty.
Spot welding, but Mercedes uses twice as many welds as Audi. 6,000 welds per body shell. Each weld is individually monitored and recorded.
Laser welding, but Mercedes pioneered it. The roof seam is invisible, creating a monolithic look that BMW only achieves on M models.
The body in white takes shape.
Aluminum riveting. Mercedes uses more rivets than any competitor. Each rivet is measured for depth. If it's off by a hair, the robot drills it out and tries again.
The paint shop rivet, where Mercedes separates from BMW and Audi completely. Mercedes applies more layers, more curing time, more inspection.
Electrocoating. Mercedes submerges bodies for 3 minutes longer than Audi. Why? Because rust protection should last 30 years, not 10.
Even the drying process is different. Mercedes robots shake each body at a frequency that forces water out of crevices, a technique borrowed from aerospace.
Primer is baked at 190 degrees, 10 degrees hotter than BMW. Higher temperature means harder paint that resists chips and scratches.
Watch the robot's speed. Mercedes paint robots move 30% slower than Audi's, because slower passes mean thicker, more even coverage.
Color change takes 12 seconds, 4 seconds longer than Audi. Mercedes prioritizes purity over speed. Every drop of old color is flushed completely.
3 clear coat layers. BMW uses 2. Audi uses 2. Mercedes adds a third, a ceramic-infused top coat that BMW cannot match.
Orange peel texture. Mercedes demands 0.01 millimeters. BMW accepts 0.03. That difference? The engine line twos. One man assembles AMG engines by hand at BMW. At Mercedes, even hand-built engines are built by
Piston rings. Mercedes robots check the gap twice, once before installation, once after. If the gap is off by 1 micron, the piston is rejected.
Cylinder honing. Mercedes takes twice as long as BMW. The deeper crosshatch pattern holds more oil, reducing friction for hundreds of thousands of miles.
The crankshaft bit. Mercedes uses 7 cameras to guide it into place. BMW uses 3. More cameras mean 0 chance of contact damage.
Here's a secret. Mercedes tightens main bearing bolts one at a time, not all at once like BMW. Why? Because sequential tightening distributes stress more evenly.
The cylinder head fin. Mercedes inspects after every single component. BMW inspects at the end. This is why Mercedes engines last longer.
Timing is everything. Mercedes uses 2 robots to verify timing independently. If they disagree, the engine is disassembled and rebuilt.
turbochargers. Mercedes balances each one dynamically. BMW balances only every 10th turbo. The result: smoother power, longer life.
Hot testing. Mercedes runs every engine for 30 minutes. BMW runs 15. Twice the testing time means twice the confidence before the engine meets its car.
Final assembly OLED. Notice the space between cars. Mercedes leaves 30% more gap than Audi.
The marriage, body lowers, then pauses 1 inch above the powertrain. Cameras inspect alignment, then final descent. BMW drops it all at once.
16 bolts, but Mercedes tightens them one at a time, measuring how each bolt affects the others. Simultaneous tightening hides stress imbalances.
Considers air suspension, air mention. Each strut contains a computer that adjusts 1,000 times per second.
Brakes. Mercedes uses larger calipers than BMW on equivalent models. More stopping power, more heat capacity, more safety.
The exhaust funwheel, Mercedes add extra acoustic insulation that BMW omits. The result? A quieter cab.
Drive shaft. Mercedes uses carbon fiber as standard on most models. BMW reserves carbon fiber for M cars only. Another difference you cannot see but can feel.
The cockpit. Mercedes uses more real leather and wood than any competitor. Robots handle these materials with vacuum grippers that never leave fingerprints.
The hyperscreen. 56 inches of curved OLED glass. BMW cannot offer this.
The steering wheel. Heated steering is standard on every Mercedes. BMW charges extra. Small difference. Big statement about Mercedes' philosophy.
Dashboard insertion. Mercedes pauses midway for alignment check. BMW inserts in one motion. Mercedes takes 3 extra seconds to prevent scratches.
Seats. Mercedes seats have more adjustment motors than BMW. 16 ways versus 14. More motors mean more comfort for more body types.
Seat belts. Mercedes uses dual-stage pretensioners that adjust force based on occupant size. BMW's single-stage system applies the same force to everyone.
Windshield. Mercedes uses acoustic glass as standard. 2 layers of glass with a noise-dampening layer between. BMW offers this only as an option.
Digital light. Over 1 million micro mirrors per headlight. BMW's laser system has fewer than 10,000. Mercedes projects symbols onto the road. BMW only lights it.
The light tunnel. 800 million pixels inspect every surface. BMW uses 500 million. More pixels means smaller defects are caught.
Panel gaps. Mercedes measures each gap for 30 seconds. BMW measures for 20. 10 extra seconds means 10 times more data points.
Headlight alignment. Mercedes tests more beam patterns than BMW. City, highway, adverse weather, and construction zones. BMW tests only 3 patterns.
Roller testing. Mercedes runs each car for 45 minutes. BMW runs 30. 15 extra minutes of
Acoustic testing. 60 microphones listen for squeaks, rattles, and wind noise. BMW uses 40. More ears mean quieter cars.
Every torque, every weld, every paint measurement, Mercedes records nearly 13,000 data points per car. BMW records 8,000.
One car every 60 seconds. One standard. The Mercedes standard. So that's why Mercedes is different. Not faster, not louder, just better. In every detail you can see,